costumes for stop motion animation involves careful consideration of the characters, their personalities and the overall visual style of your animation. Here are some steps to help you design costumes for your stop motion characters. Start by analysing your characters' personalities, traits and roles in the story. Consider their age, occupation and interests, and any unique characteristics that define them. This analysis will help you create costumes that reflect their individuality. Gather visual references and inspiration for your costume designs. Look for images, illustrations or even real-life clothing styles that align with the character's personality and overall aesthetic of your animation. Begin sketching different costume ideas based on your character research. Explore various shapes, silhouettes and details that align with the character's traits and overall visual style of your animation. Experiment with different combinations of colours, patterns and textures to bring your designs to life. Keep in mind the practicality of the costumes for stop motion animation. Consider the materials you will use and how they will move and interact with the characters. Ensure that the costumes allow for easy manipulation and articulation of the characters during the animation process. Create prototypes on a smaller scale versions of the costumes to test their functionality and appearance. See how they look on the characters and make any necessary adjustments or refinements. Pay attention to the fit, proportions and overall visual impact. Once you're satisfied with the design, determine the materials you will use to construct the costumes. Consider the scale of your characters and the level of detail required. Common materials for stop motion costumes include fabric, foam, wire and various craft materials. Use appropriate techniques such as sewing, gluing or sculpting to bring your designs to life. Enhance the costumes with additional details and accessories that complement the character's personality and role. This could include buttons, trims, belts, hats or any other elements that add depth and visual interest to the costumes. Keep in mind the specific animation requirements of your characters. Ensure that the costumes allow for easy removal and replacement of limbs or other parts if needed. Consider any special effects or movements that the costumes may require during the animation process. Ensure that the costumes of different characters align with the overall visual style and theme of your animation. Maintain consistency in terms of colour palettes, patterns and overall aesthetics to create a cohesive and visual appealing world. Test the costumes on your characters and make necessary adjustments or modifications. Pay attention to how they move and interact with the environment. Continuously refine and improve the costumes as you progress with your animation. Set design. Designing a set for stop motion animation involves careful planning and attention to detail. Consider the location or environment where your story takes place. It could be a room, a forest, a cityscape, or any other imaginative world. Visualize the key elements and features that define the setting. Collect visual references that inspire your set design. Look for images, photographs, or even real-life locations that resemble the setting you have in mind. This will help you create a more realistic and visually appealing set. Decide on the scale of your set based on the size of your characters and the desired level of detail. Consider the size of the shooting area and the available resources. You can create a miniature sets or use large props depending on your needs. Determine the materials you will use to build your set. Common materials include foam board, cardboard, wood, fabric, clay or even found objects. Consider the textures and colours and durability of the materials to ensure they suit your vision. Create a rough sketch or blueprint of your set design. This will help you visualize the layout, proportions and placement of different elements within the set. Consider the camera angles and the perspectives you plan to use. Start constructing the set based on your design. Cut and shape the materials according to your blueprint. Use glue, tape or other appropriate methods to secure the pieces together. Pay attention to details like textures, patterns and small props that add depth and realism to the set. Consider the lighting requirements for your set. Use natural light or artificial light sources to create the desired atmosphere. Add backgrounds or backdrops to enhance the visual appeal and depth of the set. Once the set is built, test it with your characters and props. Make any necessary adjustments to ensure that everything fits and functions as intended. Pay attention to the scale, proportions and overall aesthetics. Keep in mind the practicality of your set design. Ensure that it allows for easy access and manipulation of the characters and props during the animation process. Consider removable sections or access points for the camera angles and adjustments. Continuously refine and enhance your set design as you progress with your animation. Add details, textures or additional elements that enhance the storytelling and visual appeal. Remember, designing a set for stop-motion animation requires creativity, attention to detail and problem-solving skills. Experiment with different materials, textures and technique to bring your vision to life. Enjoy the process and have fun creating your own unique set for your stop-motion animation.